Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. This video is a quick one on this absolutely gorgeous, hi everyone, there's no way of getting out of this reflection. A video about the garland that I have in my kitchen. So I had a couple of people over on Instagram just say, oh, you know, like show us how you did that. So I thought I'd make a video. I wasn't going to, but I just want you to see how easy this is. And I absolutely am in love with this garland. So I know that garlands are super popular this year. So if you'd like to know how I put this one together, then keep on watching. So I've turned the lights off for the purpose of the video because I just think having the lights off helps you see clearer where everything is going. This garland, I've called it DIY garland, but I just want it to be clear that I haven't made the garland. The garland was purchased from the range. This is a big, fat, chunky, mixed tip garland. So you've got, similar to what I've got on my Christmas tree really, you've got these really thin wiry ones and you've got the thick bushy ones. You've also got some cones attached and you've got some berries in there as well. And I remember paying around £10 for this, but I've just seen it online and it's $14.99. I don't remember paying that. I always think it was £10, it was £10. But so this is the garland that I got and I attached it to my windowsill using cable ties. So I actually attached using cable ties to my handles on my windows, and then in the center where I've got no window, openable window, I actually put in some of those command strip hooks. So I just stuck, I think I've stuck 1, 2, 3 command hook, I can't even say that in a sentence, command strip hooks to my windowsill. And these wiry ones I've used to just wrap around those hooks just to keep it in place, because it was just falling off every 2 seconds when I put it on. But once you grip it, once you get it in place, it will stay. And yeah, so basically the beauty about these is you can pretty much decorate them however your decor is. So if you're like me, a little bit this year I've gone a very traditional, I usually go traditional, but in here I'm going a little bit more copper and gold. So here are all of the things that I have bought over the past couple of years. This has been a build up for the last few years. I don't buy loads every year, I just buy 1 or 2 things and I add. And then this year, oh my goodness, WILKO. WILKO came through again. These are absolutely stunning leafy picks in the gold glitter. And these beautiful babies. Hello, jingle bells. So copper balls with some gold bells on there as well. And I use those. And guys, can we talk about it? I was so excited for this. I went to a garden centre last weekend up in, where did I go? I went to Bosworth's garden centre in Burton Latimer. Oh my goodness, it was very hard for me to walk out of there practically empty-handed. This is all I picked up. So, you know, those garden centres that are really lush, they sell all of this Gisela Graham stuff. And oh my gosh, I'm sorry. Can we take a moment to appreciate this? Just take a moment. Oh my God, right, gold holly, 2 sprigs of gold holly and 2 copper glitter ferns. Now, all of these items here were WILKO's, £1. £1 a pick. So you grab a pack and it's £1. These were £2 from WILKO's, which I thought was a bargain. These were also £1, possibly £1.50 from WILKO's. Okay, hold your breath. These were £5 each. Okay, it took a lot for me to pick them up and actually dedicate myself to spending that much money, but come on, look at these guys. Anyway, these were £2.49 each. I got to the till and it was 50% off. Okay, firstly, I was happy, but then secondly, I could have cried because I could have got more. But the queue was so long and I couldn't go back, so I had a bit of a sulk on because it's like a 2-hour drive away from me. And yeah, so they were my 2018 bargains. And this is everything that I will use. Not all of it, but these are ideas for you guys. WILKO's are the best places to get these picks. You can just like literally pick them up. And yeah, I also got these berries. This was a pack. I got tons in 1 pack for £1 from WILKO's. So that is what I will be using. For my centre, I'm actually going to be using this Bronze Effect plastic, pure plastic. Oh, hello, dirty sink. Sorry, guys, this is a real house, unfortunately. I don't necessarily clean before videoing. So, yeah, I think this was £3 from Wilko's. So that will be my centrepiece. The video I showed you in the beginning had this one here. This was actually from Poundland, and it's absolutely beautiful. But when I tell you the glitter is flying off it like you wouldn't believe, and I am, even though I've got these, I really am trying to be, you know, better with glitter this year. I just want to make sure none of it gets down the sink and all of that jazz. So I will be using the metal one, the metal effect one for this. But yeah, so I'll just hook the camera up and I'll show you exactly how I go about putting it in. So all you'll need for this really is your garland. I thoroughly recommend the range. I mean, garden centres have got the most gorgeous garlands, but they are so expensive. Like, I couldn't justify spending £35, £40 on a garland when this cost me a tenner, and probably everything I'm putting on it probably cost another tenner. And then the beauty is next year I can swap it all out, change it up and make a completely different garland next year. So that is what I would suggest you guys do. And I'm going to hook this up now and get cracking. So my lights are on. I have put my lights on the garland and I've tucked them in as much as I can so I don't really see the wires. Haven't turned them on for this, but just to show you, that is what they look like. And I always start my garland from the center, which is pretty much the center of my window here. So, oh my gosh, I'm gonna start with these bad boys. I have two, so I will put them in the center pretty much like this, so that there is, you know, one either side of the center. So all you have to be able to do for this is have the ability to shove, because that's pretty much all I do. I shove stuff in as and where I want it. So I'm basically going to go like this on that one, and then I'm going to come in on the left and shove another one in. Oh look, I've left the labels on, but hey, we'll pretend they're not there. And I'm going to shove them in like that as well. So you want to make sure whatever you do on the left hand side, you mirror it on the right hand side. And then in on top of those, I'm going to go in with 2 sets of the copper balls and bells. So I'm just going to spread those out a little bit like so. And I'm just going to bring them in a little bit more central, I guess, just in front of those leaves like that. And then the next one also, I will spread that out. And I will put that pretty much, sorry if my arm is getting in the way, it seems to be a common theme in my videos, and I will spread that out to the center. So then in the center, my deer is going to go on, so I will put that a little bit back. Just shove where you can. You might need some manipulation so that you can kind of like sit him there, but that's those right there, making sure that it is equal. You might want to manipulate your tips a little bit to make sure that that centerpiece, whatever you decide to use, is going to stay there. Then I'm just going to move out as I go, and whatever I do on the right hand side, I'm going to come back and I'm going to do on the left hand side. So I'm going to zoom out so you guys can see that. So now I'm going to go back in here with those gorgeous, from Wilko's, those gorgeous gold glittery leafy stems. Shove, shove, shove. What happens when you shove these in is you sometimes lose some of the berries that are attached to the garland, but that's where you come in with your own berries later to fill those gaps in. I'm going to go in with that one. Do you like my shoving sound effects? And then come in on the other side with the same one. Just remembering with these garlands, you can add anything you want. So this is just an example, just what I do and how I make it look. You can add your pine cones. I might even do that. I've got some sitting here, so I might just add those. I'm going to go back in with those 2 other copper bell bally things. You can manipulate the stems on these. The whole lot of them are wired, so you can manipulate them wherever you need them to go. So I'm going to go in on this side again with that one. Again, sorry if my arm is in the way. I can't see the camera right now. on that side. And then I might go in with some red. What do you think? Do you think red and copper goes? I mean, they're all, I guess, colours of nature. Is copper probably not a colour of nature? We'll have a go anyway. I like it to be quite packed. I'll put some red at both ends. And then we'll see what it looks like from a distance. Oh, finding a gap is sometimes hard as well. Oh. Shove, shove, shove. Then you can just manipulate the twigs out. So if you feel like you want to separate them out a bit, have them sticking forward, have them sticking back, entirely up to you because they're all wired. Okay, so from the front, I'll show you from the front because I know the angle on here is a bit weird, but you're going to see me in the in the window again. Hello. So that is the view from the front of the garland. So I've got my stag in the middle and then I've got my copper either side. Oh, I absolutely love it. It just like sprays out. So this one I can see probably needs to be flattened down a bit, pushed out a bit, and then it goes down into the red. I might add some red in the middle. So the other things I add also, whatever I've got really, you know what I haven't added? Oh my goodness me, haven't added these. I might add those in the middle because the middle is a little bit copper overload. So I might just do that. Sorry, the labels are still on. So hopefully, oh my goodness. Oh my, yes. Oh yes. That bit of gold there to break up that copper. And then shove the other one in. I know I've left the labels on. I know I have. I will cut them off after. Cut them off after. So, okay, loving. Oh my gosh, look at this gold against the copper. Come on. Oh my God, I absolutely love it. Love it. Okay, so that is now the center viewpoint of that. And if you want to like work back and forward, like manipulating your twigs, manipulating your leaves, the last few things I put on, actually, if any of you have seen, I made a selfie booth for my partner's daughter who was expecting a baby, who's had the baby and is gorgeous little boy. I made a selfie booth for her baby shower. We didn't know at the time it was going to be a boy. We do now. And for that selfie booth, I basically put roses all around and I sprayed all of the leaves with copper and gold. But I had so many left over. And obviously these are perfect for this because it's a copper and gold theme. So again, you just grab your leaves and you shove them in. Shove, shove, shove. Wherever you think they'll look good, you can place them in. I'll say place because, you know, people might not be happy with the comment shove. So, yes, believe it or not, everybody has their own beautiful and wonderful opinions. But yeah, so you can place them where you feel they will look good and they catch the light, you see, because I sprayed with metallic, so they catch the light. So anywhere you can see that they're going to catch the light, it's ideal to place them. So yeah, I'm just gonna go along, place one there in the middle, and then place a few down the end where it feels a little bit sparse. Place, 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 or shove, shove, shove. And yeah, so I always stand back, I see how it's looking, and I then, let's have a go, turn the lights out, turn these lights on, and just, yeah. I absolutely love this. It is actually, I always think it's harder to see stuff when the lights are on. It always blinds the decorations. But whoa, bright light. So yeah, this is it. It's a winter woodland themed copper gold garland for my kitchen windowsill. What I will do now, guys, you're gonna see the shocking mess of my kitchen because I've got literally stuff everywhere. Just gonna grab a few of these pine cones. It already has pine cones on it, but I can grab a few of those and just place them in where I feel like there's gaps, you know, places where it lacks a little bit of interest. So I'll do that there, and then I'm going to come down, I think, to the end, just add one in there, and I'll add one in almost exactly the same place down there. Oh, do you remember that? Do you remember that from one of my other videos where I went copper crazy? And the last thing I'm going to add are these berries that I picked up. I think it was like a pack of 10, like really good value actually, just a bunch like this, but it came in a whole pack, so it might have been even 5 bundles. And then, yes, delicately place them where you'd like them. I'm just gonna give it a bit of a shove into there, and I think a bit more interest in the center, just to draw the eye to that centerpiece, because that center is my favorite. Oh my goodness me, this is so easy. This one has unfortunately all just fallen apart, because you can obviously take them apart, so I'm gonna have to put that back together before I put it on, but I'm gonna leave it there. I just wanted you all to see how I put my garland together, and I hope you really like it. And I just think it's such a cool idea, because next year you can just change it out. If you change your colour scheme, a lot of people do. I'm seeing on YouTube, people are changing their colour schemes each year. Like, I can't afford to change my colour scheme each year. I've got decorations going back years and years and years. I can't do that. So I like to just add to what I have already, and I like to buy 1 or 2 things each year just to add to my collection. So let me know in the comments below what you think. Looking slightly overloaded there in the centre, but I like overloaded. Oh my goodness, I literally could look at these all day. Let's do that. Okay, I'm kidding. But anyway, let me know in the comments below what you think. And I want you all to just, I don't know, I guess, get out there. I'm going to move some stuff down, I think, because I can see lots of green here. Maybe I want to just move some stuff down. But I hope you've enjoyed watching. Thanks again for everyone, all my new subscribers. OMG, like I cannot believe it's happening. But thank you, thank you, thank you. And to you guys that have been with me from day one. I've got another couple of Christmas crafts coming up in the next week. Actual crafts, you know, like DIYs that I'm going to be making. And yeah, this is it. Signing off. And oh my goodness, do I sign off now or do I show you my staircase one? Okay, bear with. I'm just going to quickly show you my staircase one. Okay, I'm coming into my hallway. Excuse the mess, people. It's a real house. I actually do live here, so there's always mess. This is my staircase one that I have attached to the bottom of my stairs. I think the top of ours is so short, it's not long enough, and plus health and safety, you want to be able to grab that rail. So I've attached it to the bottom, running up, all the shoes, people, sorry, running up from the bottom to the top, and I've attached this all the way up with cable ties. This one has got more of a red and white theme, so I've gone for white picks that I got from the pound shop. They are just, again, delicately placed inside the garland, like so. And those red berries from WILKO's. Also, I got these from my local pound store. It wasn't Poundland, it was my local pound store. And yeah, so what I did from the centre, I mirrored coming out to the ends. It's exactly the same garland, but this was bought 2 years ago. It feels thinner, it looks thinner from the range. And this was definitely £10 because I remember thinking, OMG bargain. And yeah, so on top of that, I've just placed some wooden stars that I've had for quite a while. And that is my staircase done as well. So guys, make your own garlands. It's so much fun and you can change it every single year and all of that jazz. So I will see you again soon for another video. Bye.